What's up, everybody? Is it Omega from Omega's Gaming? Back at it again with another PvP video. Today we're going to be doing the Magicka Nightblade for the first time. Magicka Nightblade is a class I'm very familiar with. It's a class I farm VMA on, and it's probably my best dueling class and 1vx class. I was playing a little bit today, but I was super tired and didn't do too well. But this setup that I have right here is, in my opinion, the best setup you could do for Magicka Nightblade. It gives you crazy sustain. You still have amazing burst with the class. Health is good. I'm Magicka. I mean, it's just really, it's perfect, honestly, in my opinion, especially for the way that I play. This is the best way to play Magicka Nightblade. So, getting into, let's go ahead and just start with the gear. I'm wearing Valken Scoria. The two classes I think that Valken Scoria works the best on is Magicka Templar and Magic Nightblade. Your dots tick very fast, especially your Crippling Grasp on the Magic Nightblade. And since you're going to be keeping that up a lot, with the Crippling Grasp plus the Mage's Guild ability, um, this goes off constantly. I mean, you'll be in a fight, I'll go off 7, 8 different times. You know, by the time you kill somebody, um, it's really good. I have an infused light head, and then I have a medium shoulder. I have a heavy helm somewhere. I just have to find it and then put it on. Um, that way, I could do the undaunted passives. But with the what I have right now, I don't have all of my undaunted. I think I'm like undaunted 8 on this guy. Yeah, I'm only undaunted 8, and then I don't have Mage's Guild 10. So I have a lot of damage and high magic without everything. So I mean, it's just the class can only get better from here. This isn't even as good as it could possibly be. But so Valken Scoria is amazing on this class, and then my 5 body piece is Bloodthorn. Now I know a lot of people are doing uh, one set on their back bar, one set on their front bar. I don't like that. I like to have my stuff at all times, no matter what bar I'm on. So I don't like to do it that way. A lot of classes I do run 5 and 5 with no monster set, but with this class, the Valken Scoria works so well that it's not something that I wanted to give up. So I have Bloodthorn on the body, all in pen, which gives me 1245 in pen. Not bad. I'm not really too worried about how high that is, but 1245 is good enough. Um, I'm going to be wearing the Willpower Rings and Neck, all max spell damage, the gold glyphs. And then I'm going to use my Maelstrom Inferno staff and my Maelstrom Restoration staff that is defending. Going into my CP, I've been playing around with CP a lot and actually really like this setup. I have 12 points into Elfborn. I know that everything rounds down, so it's really only 5%. But I didn't really have anywhere else to put points, and when the patch comes out in like 5 days, you're going to get 30 more. So you'll have 10 more points in each area, and then it'll even out, so it'll be all right. Then I have 70 points into the Flame Shock magic damage. Most of these, I think everything that you do on a Magic Nightblade is magic damage. So this is going to boost all your damage by 14%. And then I have 23% into Master at Arms. It considers everything that you do. Even I think even Crippling Grasp right now is being considered a direct damage. This just boosts everything so much on the Magic Nightblade. It's amazing. And in open world and in duels, so many people play Sorcerer because it's such a overpowered class and it's so strong. Having 19% extra damage to damage shields really helps out. It makes it so that your cripple just knocks their shields down, and then you can get in there for your execute. I don't have anything into Thaumaturge or anything like that. This is more burst. I do run 2 dots, but it's mostly to proc Valken and for the CC. So, but this is where all your damage is really gonna pop in. Ironclad, I have a lot of points into Ironclad. So many things are considered direct damage now, and with this, everyone buffing their direct damage, I want to make sure that there's a good 23% decrease in that, so that helps out a lot. I had an extra one, so I just put it into thick skinned. 10% out of both of these helps out a lot, and then I have 19% in my shield. That way, I can, have a little bit of defense. Um, Warlord, I have 51 points because break free is ridiculous and it's expensive. CC is the name of the game, especially if there's a group running. They're just going to CC you and kill you. You can't do anything about it. 64 into Magicka Recovery, just to get as much as I can. Anything above this, you start wasting points, so I just go ahead and leave it. 44, just so I get 10% more. I do heavy attack sometimes with my Resto staff, but you honestly don't need to with the way this build is set up. And then 51 into Tumbling, so that I could dodge roll, because I do dodge roll Crystal Frags and um, Spectral Bows, different things like that. So I try to dodge roll. Let's see. Like I said, this the Bloodthorn set, the 5-piece, when you deal direct damage, you restore 637 Magicka and Stamina, and it can happen every 5 seconds. For some reason, it is performing extremely well on this. I've tried it on every single Magic class and have yet to get the results that I do out of this. Magic Nightblade abilities are relatively cheap too. It's only 16.65 for your spammable Swallow Soul. You know, the Lotus Fan that I use is kind of expensive, and then this is really relatively cheap. But same thing with your dot is not that bad. But you, nothing is super expensive, and I mean that 600. That's every time that this does that. I mean it cuts this almost in half. You know what I mean? So I mean it's super cheap. It's great. But on my back bar is my defense bar. This is my flex spot. I will either run Piercing Mark or I will run Refreshing Path. Refreshing Path heals so much. It's great. And it ticks for damage too if they stand in it. So usually like if I'm dueling or I run into one person, I will drop this down and just stand in it while I'm fighting. A lot of people will kind of jump in there and it doesn't tick super hard, but it's just all the damage that you're going to do is going to add up quite a bit. But this is my flex spot. So if I'm running with somebody and they have Piercing Mark, I will definitely run this. But if not, like if I'm running with a sorcerer or someone and we want to make sure that we're catching these invisible Nightblades, I will swap this out. So it's back and forth. Harness Magicka helps with the Magicka return, and it makes a pretty big shield. It's really good. Healing Ward, this is what's going to keep you alive. When it pops, it does a huge heal, so you're able to stay alive. Crippling Grasp, this is my CC. I'm constantly putting this up. It lasts 8 seconds, so every 8 seconds you can basically immobilize someone for 1.5 seconds, which is really nice. So it kind of gives you, especially if you're running the Refreshing Path, gives you Major Expedition, so you move a lot faster, and then this is going to slow them down, so you're kind of running circles around them if you combo it. Structured Entropy, I actually want to change this into Degeneration. Degeneration, in my opinion, is better. I'm not worried about the max health, but the Degeneration, whenever you heavy attack, there's a decent chance that it heals you. So Degeneration would be better here, because I don't really care about the 8% max health, to tell you the truth. Soul Tether, I have this on my back bar because whenever I'm defending, if there's a shit ton of people that are attacking me, I can just pop this and I get crazy heals off of 3 or 4 people and it stuns them. And if I have to run away or maybe if some of them are really low and I can start executing, this helps out a lot when you run into like big groups. On my front bar, I have Lotus Fan. I'll explain why in a little bit. Swallow Soul. I have my Impale Execute, my Mass Hysteria, Merciless Resolve, and then this is a flex spot as well. Sometimes I will use Eye of the Flame, which is the one that surrounds you, so that if you do Lotus Fan into a group, you're smacking everybody, and it does quite a bit of damage. I mean, it's only level 1, but it does a decent amount of damage. Other than that, I will put Soul Harvest on here, and this is more for dueling, or just if I feel like an asshole, I'll put on the flame one. But this is what I run most of the time. And the way that I set this up is you know, I get my bow procced, which the bow is pretty strong. And let me just make sure I don't get logged out. So I'll proc my bow by doing, you know, light attacks and swallow souls. A little bit more light attacks than swallow souls. I noticed that they're maybe around like 50% health or, you know, something along those lines. I'll Lotus Fan in, which reduces their movement speed, and it's a 6k hit. It hits pretty decent, and then there's a little dot, So that's a little bit more damage right there. I will drop Soul Harvest, which drops their healing, so this is really good for Templars, and it increases your damage for about 6 seconds. So I'll hit this, hit them with a Mass Hysteria, so that they're stunned, and then I will throw my Merciless. So it's boom, 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 boom. And this combo right here, if they're at 50% health, it should kill them. I've hit with all of this, with the 20% increase, you've got structured entropy going for your buff. I've hit like 15k smacks on medium armor targets. So, I mean, could be an execute. And then if they're, in heavy or they have shields up and it just gets them really low, then you can just start hitting them with the impale execute. That's the major combo that I kind of set up as I'm fighting. And then if you're using the piercing mark, they take more damage. But otherwise, if you're not using piercing mark and you're running refreshing path, they're going to be stuck in that, taking a little bit of dot damage from here, dot damage, dot damage, dot damage, spammable, basically a double execute, huge burst, and then an increase in damage. So it doesn't seem like it's crazy, like overpowered or anything, but it does do a lot of damage, and you have a lot of sustain, so you're fighting for a long time. And if they're really tanky, eventually they will run out of resources, and you're still going to be able to burst them down. Unbuffed, the spell damage is 2356, which isn't bad. I think buffed it goes up to like 2800, somewhere around there, with the entropy and then the 348 from the spell damage enchant. So it'll be like 28, 2900, really good. 39,000 max magicka. That's without my second Undaunted passive for Mage's Guild. And with the Mage's Guild, it would probably be 42, 43 plus the Undaunted. So I'm missing a little bit there, but where I'm at right now is completely fine. Magic recovery seems pretty low, but like I said, with the way that Bloodthorn is working with the Magic Nightblade, it's crazy good. I mean, I feel like I have like 2,500 magic recovery with this setup. And to tell you the truth, right at 40k is really all I need. Once I get my Mage's Guild up and my Undaunted up to the last level, I'll probably switch my food from the max health, max magicka to the Potent Witch Mother's Brew, and then it will be even worse too. I mean, I'll never run out. I have trouble running out now. It happens from time to time, but once I swap to that, it's just not going to happen. I'm trying to put not build videos, but like PvP videos together. I do PvP on the days that I'm off on YouTube, and it turns it into a little video. So if you guys want to check that out, I did a little bit today. Nothing really crazy. There wasn't much going on at the time, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely try this out. If you guys liked my Magic Templar video, it's probably my best video right now. I think it's almost up to like 1,600 views, which is pretty good. I think that this one is just as good, but for the Magic Nightblade. Like, these are my two builds that I'm the most proud of, is this one and my Magic Templar. Because they're just, anybody can use them, and it works really well. I mean, when you set up the burst and you set up that execute in this class, it's crazy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Besides, if there's any other builds that you want to see, let me know. I'm trying to do a lot of PvP stuff on here, and get some good, maybe like 1vx videos if I get the opportunity. It doesn't happen as much as people think that it does. So, all right, guys, have a good day, and hope you enjoyed.